what would help if Steph had brought the question sheet with her? Hi Sheree in Coventry, hi Hattie in Northampton. So on the board you've got a little bit of revision from last week, converting measurements. So I've asked you how many millimetres are in 25 centimetres, how many litres are in 300 millilitres, and how many grams are in 2.75 kilograms. Hi Thomas and Oliver in Sheffield. Hi Breeze in London. Hi James in Mansfield. Okay, are any answers going to come in? What do you think, guys? How many millimetres are in 25 centimetres? How many litres are in 300 millilitres? And how many grams are in 2.75 kilograms? Okay, so the last week. Now, I want to make it clear. When I say the last week, Maths Live isn't going to disappear forever. Okay, but it is going to not be here over the summer. But hopefully it'll come back in the autumn during maybe some half terms. I'm not sure. It will definitely come back, but I'm not sure when. Okay, let's have a go at this. So, remembering how many millimetres are in 25 centimetres. So how many millimetres are in 1 centimetre? So, oh, these aren't the best ball pens. So 1 centimetre equals 10 millimetres. So if you've got 25 centimetres, that means you've got 250 millimetres. Where's my white ball pen? Okay, so 250. Now then, 300 millilitres. 1,000 millilitres is 1 litre. So if you've got 3,000, that must mean you have 3 litres. And the last one, 2.75 kilograms into grams. Well, 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. So if you've got 2.75, you've got at least 2,000 grams. But then the 7.5 you put on next to it, so it's 2,750 grams. Okay, so hopefully you've all had a go at test 1. That is the theme for this week because it's the last week. And it was quite a while ago that we did the big test. It feels like it was only a few weeks ago, but it was actually like a month and a half ago. And we have gone over quite a few topics since then. We've had another go at adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. We've done so many I've lost count. So I thought it would be a good time just to reflect mainly on the all 4 operations and see how we've done. So I'm going to obviously write the questions on the board. I might write a few at a time, just give you time to check, and then I'll obviously model how to do the answers. So question 1 was, what is 437? 437 to the nearest 10. What is 437 to the nearest 10? Can anyone give me an answer? 437 to the nearest 10. Oh, we've got lots more people joining in. Okay. Hi Leila in Scarborough. Oh wow, even your first lesson, that's amazing. Hi Kian in Norwich, welcome back. Hi James and Alex in London. That's so nice someone's watching for the first time even though it's the last week. That's absolutely great. Yusuf and Malik in Bahrain, hello. Oh, Lachlan's got an answer. Oh, here we go. Now, to the nearest 10. So we need to focus on the tens and the units. This is the number we're focusing on because it's 3 tens, and the 7 tells us what to do. So the 7 tells the 3 to round up, so it'll be 440. So you can give yourself a tick. If you're marking it, you can give yourself a tick. Okay. If you're watching this at another time, I will be putting the answers up on my page. So if you're a parent and you're watching this not live and you want to have the answers, then I'll put the answers up. Circle the symbol that should be used between these numbers. So here are the two numbers, 3.01 and 3.0018. And we need to know if we're using this symbol, or this symbol. Okay? Now, remember, the crocodile eats the biggest number, so the open end should be facing the biggest number. Let's go through the parts of the number, because this is one that can catch a lot of people out. Right, they both start with 3. So the three whole numbers are the same. Now, let's go to the tenths. There's 0 tenths in this number and there's 0 tenths in this number, so these are both the same. So let's go to the hundredth. Now here, there's 100th, but here, there's no hundredths. So therefore, this has to be the biggest number. And it can be confusing sometimes because you think, well, this one's got more digits, but this digit is smaller because you've got 100th and this one's got no hundredths. Okay, this one is the bigger number, so don't let that catch you out if that caught you out. Just because the number is longer, it doesn't mean that it's bigger. Okay. Oh, question 3. Addition. So you were asked, we've got addition and subtraction, so I'll put them next to each other. Question 3 and question 4. Oh, well that's a really good new pen that doesn't work. Brand new pen. We'll stick with the black. Okay, so 4,326 add 3,874. If you've already done it, this is a good time to double check. And the question 4 was 5,956. Take away 2,383. So this is a really good time to check if you've already had a go. Let's see how we're getting on. Okay. Hi Oliver in Essex. Hi Jess and Amy in Liverpool. Hi Iona. Iona in Tunbridge Wells. Hi Nathaniel. Thank you for joining in. Right. Hi Katie. Right, we've got some answers. Let's have a look. Oh, some of them are looking good. Right, let's try the addition first. So 6 plus 4 is 10, so we put our 0 here. Some of you put your 1 here. I carry my 1 underneath. It doesn't matter. Some people put the 1 up there. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus the 1 is another 10. Okay, and then we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't forget that 1 that you've carried. And 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. So the answer to the first one is 8,200. The next question, so I'll put that underneath. So 6, now subtraction. So 6 take away 3 is 3. 5 take away 8. Remember, it's not 8 take away 5 because the number at the top is smaller. We can't do 8 from 5. So we go next door, we say, hey, give me one of yours. That will become 15. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, 8 take away 3 we can do, which is 5, and 5 take away 2 is 3. So your answer is 3,573. So it's just that regrouping. Don't forget that regrouping in that one. Okay. Brilliant, doing really, really well. Now, multiplication and division for the next one. So we've got 24 times by 7. And we've got 924. And we're dividing it by a 1-digit number. So let's put it into bus stop. So if you haven't already had a go, have a go now. If you've already had a go, check your answer. Check, check, check. Hi, William. William, 10 years old. Hello. Oh, got some answers coming in. Okay. Well, a few different answers. Let's see how we get along. So with this question, we do 7 times 4 and then we do 2 sevens. So 4 sevens, 1 7 is 7, 2 sevens are 40, 3 sevens are 21, 4 sevens are 28. So we put our 8 and we carry our 2 over, we remember our 2. And then 2 sevens are 14, and then add our 2, 15, 16. So 24 times by 7 is 168. Well done if you got that. Now with here, we're dividing 924 by 6. So first of all, how many 6s go into 9? So if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many groups of 6s are there? So there's one group of 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 1, and how many is left over? There's 3 left over. And we're doing our 6 times table to work out the groups. So 6 into 32. So 1 6 is 6, 2 6 is 12, 3 6 are 18, 4 6 is 24, 5 6s are 30, but we want 32. There's 2 remainder. So we'll carry that remainder 2 over, and we've got 24. So 1 6 is 6, 2 6 is 12, 3 6 are 18, 4 6s are 24. So your answer is 154. 154. Okay, doing really well. Okay, next 2 questions. We have 1/5 plus 2/5. 1/5 plus 2/5, and the other question is 6/7 times by 4. 6/7 times by 4. Have a go at those. Oh, lovely. But don't worry if you got it wrong. So it's all good practice. All good practice. Remember, there's a range of questions in this test. Got some answers for the first one. Okay, so for the first one, this is quite a nice one because the denominator is already the same. They're both fifths, so we can keep the denominator the same here. We don't have to change it. And then 1 plus 2 is 3, so it is 3/5. You can't simplify it any further. Remember, when we're thinking about fractions, we always try and get the smallest amount, and you can't simplify 3/5. So that is your smallest answer. So well done if you got 3/5. Now, with this one, we've got a fraction and a whole number. We need to change the whole number into a fraction to be able to complete the sum. So it's 6/7. Now, how do you change 4 into a fraction? How do you change 4 into a fraction? So we want 4 lots of a whole. Now, a whole is a fraction, is 1/1. So we just change it, so it's 4/1. It's an improper fraction, and 4/1 is simply 4 because it's 1/1 plus 1/1 plus 1/1 plus 1/1. We know that 1/1 is 1 whole, so it's 4 lots of that. Okay, so you do that. Anytime there's a whole number you'll multiply it, just put it over 1. And now we can complete the sum because then we multiply the numerators together and the denominators. So let's start with the numerators. 6, 4, 1, 6, 6, 2, 6, 12, 3, 6, 18, 4, 6 is 24. So 6 times 4 is 24 over 7 times 1 is 7. Okay, can we simplify that anymore? We could. We could change it into a mixed number straight away. If you've got 24 over 7, great, you can give yourself a tick. If you try to simplify it, I'll show you what to do. It's an improper fraction. The top number is bigger than the bottom number. So let's try. So how many 7s are in 24? 1 7 is 7, 2 7s are 14, 3 7s are 21, 3 7s are 21, 22, 23, 24, and there's 3 left over. So if you got 3 and 3/7 as your answer, I mean, you still get the same mark, but well done. Well done. I know we haven't done mixed and improper fractions for ages, but I wanted to show some of you if you had a go. Okay. Ooh, tell you what, mean, median, mode. We've done that since the last test. So a class list all their shoe sizes, and these are the ones that are given. We've got 3.5, 3.5, 4, 3, 4.5, 3.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 4, and 3.5. Try to do it across because doing it down I know can be a little bit confusing reading it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 shoe sizes given. I'm going to remember that for later. So I want the mean, the median, and the mode. So I'm going to do the mode first, and then the median, and then the mean. Okay, the mode is the number that occurs the most, the value, the number that occurs the most. So let's have a look. We've got 3.5, got it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So we've got that 4 times. Just going to remember there. 4, we've got it 1, 2, 3 times. Right, it's not the number 4. 3 is just twice. So it's not 3. 4.5, we've got that once. Oh, we've only got that twice. So the mode must be 3.5 because that is the one that occurs the most. Mode most. The mean, let's start with mean, is when we add all the numbers up and then divide it by the number of numbers. Okay, so how do we do it? We divide it by the number of numbers. 11. I put up there, the number of numbers we have is 11. And when you added all of these up, you should have got 41. So the total of all of these numbers is 41. So you do 41 divided by 11, which is 3.72. 3.72. So you add them all up, which is 41, and divide it by however how many numbers there are, which is 11, and to 2 decimal places, your answer is 3.72. And you know that's correct. because the smallest number is 3 and the biggest number is 4.5. So 3.72 is sort of in the middle. If you've got the answer, say 9, you think, well, 9's not even one of the numbers on there, so that's too big. So the mean is 3.72. Now then, median. How do we find the median? We find the median by putting all the numbers in order from size from smallest to biggest. So let's have a look. How many 3's have we got? So we know 3 is the smallest number. So we've got 3, 3. I'm going to cross them out when I've done them so it's really clear. And then we've got 4 lots of 3.5. So 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. So that's gone, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. We've got 3 4s. 4, 4, 4. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. And we've got 2 4.5. Okay. So the middle number. Now because there's 11 numbers, that must mean that there's 5 on one side and 5 on the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the middle number? 3.5. Okay, so your mode is 3.5, your median is 3.5, and your mean is 3.72. Let's see what everybody says. Okay. Oh, well done. Especially with that mean, because that's a hard one. Good. So a lot of working out for mean, median and mode. Okay. Oh, this is what we've just done, isn't it? Just done this one. So 5,430 grams. You are asked what this is in kilograms, and this is what we did last week. So remember, how many grams are there in a kilogram? There's 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So if 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram, 5,000 grams must be at least 5 whole kilograms. Must be at least 5 whole. And then how many have we got on that? 43. So 5.43 kilograms. Okay? Fresh in our memories. Now, next one's a word problem. Time. So Jim drives to work. He leaves his house at 9:10. So this is where Steph's beautiful art kicks in. So he leaves his house at 9:10 a.m. Okay? And arrives 25 minutes later. So he's driven to work and he arrives 25 minutes later. So what time does he arrive? So he's left his house, he's gone in his car, it took 25 minutes. What time does he arrive? So we need to add 25 minutes to 9:10. So we've already got 10 minutes past 9. So let's add the 10 and the 25. So that's 9:35 a.m. And if we try it backwards, 35 take away 25 is 10. Okay? And if you always find word problems a bit tricky, draw. It really, really helps. Gosh, we're already on question 12. Time's flying by. Roman numerals. Now, I remember during the last test, this caught a lot of people out. Okay, it is tricky, Roman numerals. So you've been given these Roman numerals here. D, C, C, X, X, VI, and you've been asked to convert it into numbers, and then you've been given the number 1,342, and I've asked you to convert that into Roman numerals. Have a quick check, make sure you've converted your letters okay. Can you remember all the letters in Roman numerals? Are there any backwards? Oh wow, I've got some answers already. Oh, well done. Look at all this, 9:35, 9:35. Oh yeah, gosh, it's fine. All you can do is do your best. No one can ask more of you than doing your best. It's so nice when a lot of you come up with the same answer. But you're thinking, when you put the same answer as everyone else, you're like, oh, must be okay, must be right. So we've got the answer for the first one. Oh, so answers are coming for the second one. So while you're doing the second one, I'll go through. Now, trying to remember all the different Roman numerals. So we know I is 1, and then V is 5, X is 10, and then, L is 50. Remember, if you're not sure, it's the length of a swimming pool is 50 metres, genuinely. So that's a good way to try and remember it. And then, what's 100 again? What's 100? Well, 100 years is a century, so that's C. And then you've got D, which is 500, and M, which is 1,000. So let's break up the Roman numeral to help us. So we've got D. D is 500. C is a smaller number afterwards, so this means we're adding on. So C is 100, so 2 C's is 200. Then we've got 2x, x is 10, so that must be 20. And then V is 5, and 1. So if we add all these together, that's 726. So if you ever get stuck with Roman numerals, obviously try and remember these. This is quite tricky to remember, but as soon as you do it, just break it up. Same here, it doesn't matter which way round you're going. We've got 1,000. So 1,000 is M. So we know it includes M. 300, right. 100, 200, 300. So that's C. Okay. 40. Now, 40 is the tricky one. So we've got M, C to start. Now, 40. 4 and 9. 4 and 9 are the trickier ones because they mean either 1 less or 10 less or 100 less. 40, we call it as 10 less than 50. So that means we put the 10 before the 50. So 10 is X and L is 50. So 40 is XL, 10 less than 50. So XL, and then 2, I. So long, isn't it? The Roman numerals are so much longer than our numbers. It's fascinating. Okay. There we go. Nice clean board. Last 2 questions. Oh wow, it's actually 2 o'clock. Time flies when you're having fun. Right, shade 2/5 of this shape. The shape that you were given was this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you were asked to shade 2/5. Now, if you've been at shading 2/5 means for every 5 parts, shade in 2. For every 5 parts, shade in 2. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means we shade in 2 of those parts. Okay? And then we shade in another lot of the parts. So 5 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've shaded in 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've shaded in 2. Okay? As long as you shaded 4 squares on this, you've got the answer right. You might have shaded that one and that one. You might have shaded those 4. It doesn't matter which of the squares you shaded, what order. As long as there's 4 squares shaded, you've got the correct answer. Okay? So remember with fractions, this means for every 5 parts, shade in 2. last question, drawing question. I asked you to draw a triangular prism. Prism. What is a prism? A prism is different from a pyramid. A pyramid goes up and a prism stretches out. It's a triangular prism. So at each end, you should have a triangle and it goes along. Doesn't really matter how long it goes. And at this end, you should have a triangle. Oh, that's a bit curved, isn't it? Oh, that's going on a proper slant. That's better. So that is a triangular prism. You didn't have to do it see-through if you've drawn one like that. That's fine. Same answer. I'd always try and draw it as technically mathematical as possible and show it see-through. But that is the same answer. And I always remember it as a Toblerone, that chocolate bar that goes out like that. You've been super today. Well done. I hope that was okay. If you haven't tried test 2 and test 3, give it a go. It's on the page. And there's no challenges today because this has already been such a great challenge. So I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Maths Live. Have a lovely day.